Tiny Tidy Tuesday. Let's get the garden all ready for planting. It's Tiny Tidy Tuesday, and there will be no playlist today. We're going to once a month for the playlist, but I will be doing Tiny Tidies every Tuesday as usual. And I'd like to thank Sunday Dawn, who started this collaboration for us. Thank you, Sunday Dawn. And her channel is
Well, good morning.
The Helpful Home.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon, and my channel is Sharon Shortnagle. And I got my cup of coffee with my cute little puppy dog on it. And it's early in the morning, so it's nice and cool to work out in the yard. So I'm just getting up and I'm gonna get busy. Made myself my coffee. Just gonna slip my boots on and go and see what's in the yard. I'm hoping, got rubber boots, work in the yard, and I'm hoping I'll get my garden pretty much done today. Get all the sunflowers pulled out and some plants planted before it gets too hot, because we don't want to work in the heat. It's too hard on the old body. Okay, so let's have another sip of coffee, and we're gonna go down in the yard and see what's up. Collect up some tools and some gloves and my nifty new healing pad that my hubby bought me, and we're gonna get busy. See you in the garden.
Okay, we're in the garden. I don't have a very big flower bed, but it's just big enough for me. And all these plants that you see are sunflowers that reseeded themselves from last year's sunflowers. And I'm just going to pull them out, which is kind of sad in a way, but that's not the look I'm going for. Anyhow, I'd like to welcome you again to my channel. And if you're new here, I'd love it if you subscribed and told me where you're from. Say hello. Anyone who's out there watching, say hello. And we'll get this garden in shape. And we'll be able to plant the starts and some other plants that I brought from Creston. So I'm just trying to figure out this kneeling pad. It's harder than the other ones that I use, and I like it a bit lower to the ground, so and it's kind of hard to use in small areas. That's my opinion on it anyhow. But as I say, let's get all these plants pulled out. Okay. This is the first part of the garden I'm going to work on. And most of those are sunflowers. But under those sunflowers we have other plants that I planted last year. So I'm going to give this area a good weed and pull out all the sunflowers, and then go back in and get those dandelions. Okay, now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty part of weeding. So, I have really big, huge dandelions I'm digging out. And I also had a very nice surprise where one of my lilies has babies. So that was pretty exciting to discover. I was hoping that they would spread, and I believe they're going to. So this is just going to be me weeding out the actual weeds now and finding all the plants that came back from what I planted last year. Not all of them came back, but that's okay. A lot of them did, so I'm very happy about that. And we'll just keep on weeding this garden and getting it set up. Well, I uncovered a lily. This is the one I planted last year. And look at all the babies. I'm so excited. It's the only one that really casted off babies. But there's that lily, and there's that one. It looks like it's going to bloom. And this one has buds on it too. So, 3 lilies. That's awesome. And there's our sun peeking through. Oh well, it's still nice and cool out here. I've got all this weeding to do. And there's my little thrush plant. Haven't uncovered it yet, but I will. But it's going good. These things will grow good once I get all the sunflowers out and weeds. Anyhow, let's get back to weeding. Well, I found the soil was very, very hard in some spots, so I just decided to take my pitchfork and just kind of loosen things up. And it would be good for my plants and good for the garden, and it makes it much easier to get out the rest of those weeds that I was digging out. So I just pitchforked all around in this little area where the flowers are, and it'll make it much easier to get the weeds out and to plant some of the other plants that I'm hoping to plant. And this is where I'm going to plant my starts. So I don't think I get them planted in this video, but I do have pictures of it after I planted them. So I will put them in this video. And it's always good to loosen your soil up. And at this time, I'd like to invite you again to please subscribe to my channel. Now you can see that the garden's all weeded out and it looks very good. And now it's time to clean up the mess that I made. I didn't bring my green bin in right away so I could throw stuff in it, but anyhow, I'll pick everything up and get it in the green bin so we can send it away to the city. Comes and gets it, and they take it and they make compost out of it. And then you, certain times of the year, you can go pick up 3 bags of compost, which I think is an absolute genius idea. I'd like to thank the city of Lethbridge for doing this. I think this is working really, really well. Well, here I am planting a couple of lupins that I brought home from Cranbrook. My daughter bought them for me for Mother's Day. So I'm going to plant them right in this spot here. And as I said, the dirt is very hard in these areas. So I'm going to put extra dirt in these holes. And hopefully that will help nourish the soil around here. It was just a lawn, and my son and I ripped all the grass out, and I made this flower bed. So now I'm putting some water in the hole, as you can see, and now I'm going to put my beautiful lupin in. I got one that's blue and one that's pink. And sorry I didn't show them to you up close in this video, but hopefully they will grow and be beautiful plants. And there's the blue one that I'm putting in. And I love lupins. They're one of my favorite flowers, along with the bleeding heart and many other flowers. The lilies I also love, the Shanta daisies, and I have them all in my garden. I'm very, very fortunate. And I'm just adding what they call here black earth. And I'm not sure, it smells a lot like compost. So hopefully these plants will do well. So now we'll just watch me plant the next one. And there's the second one. It's the pink one. And I'm just putting the fresh soil around it and patting it all down, and I'll give it a good drink of water as well. And I'll have 2 lupins planted in my garden, which to me is very, very exciting. And I can't wait to watch them grow over the years. And I'm sure they will multiply. I know I'll let them go to seed.
I'll put that one. I'm going to put this back there. I've got 3 here. Okay, this lily patch right there. Hey, got the lilies planted. You can see my shadow, but I think that's it for today. I got my lupins planted, my lilies planted, and this bed all cleaned out. Gonna give everybody a good water and call it a day. Because the sun's here and it's hot already. And I've been working for a while. Okay, let's get this here out of the way. Up you go. Close the gate. Hopefully I'll get my cosmos and my asters in here soon. I'm really pleased with my lily patch. I love lilies. Well, I love all plants. But I think everybody needs a good drink. So I'll bring my hose over and I'll give everybody a good drink. And call it a day.
So the next morning I got up and I got my asters and my cosmos all planted in this bed. And I have been working on this garden for quite a few days. And if you want to see my fairy gardens in progress, watch Fairy Garden Thursday videos. I also got this side of the garden all weeded out, and I weeded the rocks where I set a lot of my fairy houses and my fairy displays, and we got that all done as well. So this is my beautiful peony plant, and it's going to bloom beautifully. Okay, so that's my tiny tidy for this Tuesday, and I'd like to thank you all for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video, which will be Fairy Garden Thursday. So everyone take care. Bye.